Yo, welcome back to another chart breakdown. I'm going to be breaking down my past trades from the past week. I trade with volume profile and trading off of the 15-minute orb strategy, break up orb high, orb low, and I only trade ES. I chart on ES, but I actually trade MES, the micros. So I want to break down my trade here. This is from the 16th. So first, I'm going to start with reading my notes, and that'll put you in like the mind state that I was in. So, all right, so 616, very quick day. Market opened higher than highs overnight based on economic news. Price broke orb high, POC, point of control, and value area high with a high volume candle that closed with volume. So entered after candle close. Price was already at my first take profit before I was able to set it. So I set my first take profit for 10 points, closing one contract, and at 15 points closing two contracts. Very quick trade. Point of control stayed in orb. Had concern that price would retest point of control, but TPs were hit. All right, so basically what happened was, all right, so we have the 15-minute. This is the 15-minute orb right here. We have the orb high right here, orb low right here, and this 5-minute candle had a lot of volume, and at the time it closed above the 15-minute high, and it closed above value area high and the point of control. This point of control is based on the active point of control for that day, but at this time that the candle closed above what the active point of control was at that time. So I entered based off of this candle right here, this 5-minute candle. And by the time I entered this position, I have two take profits. My overall point is to get 15 points. So I take off a contract or maybe two contracts at 10 points. Then I try to leave a runner to run for 15 points. So when I entered this trade here, by the time I entered this trade, when I was setting up my first take profit, it had already it had already reached that area. As you can see, with this second candle had already hit my first take profit. So I went ahead and took off one contract, and then before I knew it, the next candle basically hit my second take profit. So I think this was actually the quickest trading day I've probably ever had in my life. This was probably like 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes of trading, maybe. This was a very, 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 very fast trading day. And I probably could have held for more because I believe the point of control did exit the orb while I was either in the trade or shortly after exiting the trade. And usually when a point of control is exiting the orb, that will make me feel more comfortable to hold the trade. So because if it comes back to retest the point of control, as you can see, it did here, 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 even here. When it comes back to, it will come back to test the point of control. But if the point of control is already out of my orb, then I can have hope that it won't hit my stop loss if my stop loss is down here. So probably could have held, but trying to stay disciplined, shoot for 15 points, first take profit at 10 points. So that was 6/16. That was Monday. So let's go to Tuesday. Tuesday was choppy, and once again, markets were choppy the past few weeks because we were at all-time highs, like all-time highs. Like if we were to break these highs, then it would be like history. You know what I'm saying? We were at all-time highs. So, and this is what these zones are for. These zones here, you're gonna see a lot of zones. Like these are highs from overnight, also all-time highs, and these zones are very significant. They're just areas where price just was struggling to break, struggling. All right, so let's hop into my notes to see what my mind state was and to see what was happening while I was taking these trades. So 6/17, very choppy markets, a lot of economic stuff going on. Fed meeting is tomorrow and major conflict in the Middle East. Ranging market with price failing to accept higher value with sharp reversals. Entered after the second candle broke orb high, value area high, point of control with high volume. Play stops supposed to be below value area low and EMA, First target was previous day pointer control. Second target was previous day value area high. Exited near entry after being in drawdown. Bullish price action, but it's too choppy with sharp high volume reversals above volume area high. That is near my entry. Going to close everything that deals with trading to prevent FOMO, just in case price heads in my projected direction. Okay, so that was a lot. So basically, what was going on was a lot of stuff going on in the Middle East. A lot of stuff. If you watch the news, you know that we dropped some things on Iran. So a lot of things going on in the Middle East, and that can shake the markets. And as you can see, during this trading day, the markets were very choppy, very indecisive, very, very, very indecisive. So what happened was it actually was a clean break. So if you can see this candle here, you probably can't because I have too much crap going on. So let me try to move this out of the way. You know what? I'm going to delete this for now too. All right. So this candle right here. So price broke above ORB high, broke above this zone, broke above the zone that I just deleted. But my rules is the candle that breaks out of the orb, 75% of that candle has to be out of the orb. So although this candle did great things, it broke out of the orb, broke above the zones, and it's a nice bullish candle, doesn't have a lot of wick at the top, it's still not valid for my trading strategy when it comes to trading the orb. And that's one thing that people have to remember. The orb is a good strategy, and some people say that you'll lose a lot of trades. It's because you have to have more to it. It's not just taking the break of the 15-minute orb. You have to have more confluences to it, right? So I took the trade at this second candle. So I did not take the first break here. I took the trade on the second candle because it was still above all my zones, above ORB high, above POC point of control, value area high, and above this candle broke the high of the previous candle that broke the orb, and it had a little wick. And what happened? Price came down, retested. Probably POC probably could have been down here. Retested this zone, retested ORB high, went into slight profits, and then just started just becoming ugly. And then once it got real near my entry, and I just exited out the trade. Like some traders, when it comes to psychology, and they've been in drawdown for so long, and they will see that price is heading back to their entry, they will assume that, okay, it's reversing back into my entry, and I'm going to, hit my take profit. Like, that's not always true. You have to look at what's going on and what has happened to the left. And if I look to the left, I can see that price didn't break this high, price didn't break this high, got up right here, price didn't break this high, and all that had to do with the levels on this side as well, and everything with economics, you feel me, and fundamentals. So I just took a small loss. I think it was like a $47 loss for that day, and that was good. And as you can see, price tanked. If I wanted to re-enter, I could have re-entered. I wouldn't have re-entered on this break of the orb low because it didn't break below these wicks down here, and I would not have entered on this candle as well because it had a wick right here. So honestly, I probably would have re-entered on this candle here and put my stops above this level right here, and would have aimed for a nice 10 to 15 points. But like I tell myself, I can take 2 trades in a day, but it all depends. Like, if there's a lot going on, I'm not taking 2 trades. I'm just going to, take my money and run. I'm trying to be as disciplined as I possibly can, man. I'm trying to be so disciplined. All right, so Wednesday. I don't think I traded Wednesday because, the 18th. I don't think I traded Wednesday because the Fed meeting. I believe the Fed meeting was Wednesday, and I didn't want to trade it. Probably could have caught a nice push here. I could have caught this whole thing right here. But I didn't want to trade it. I'm just trying to be so disciplined, man. Like, you have no idea how disciplined I'm trying to be. And it's working out. It's really working out. All right. So is that it for the week? Did I trade on Thursday? Oh crap. Computer running slow. No, I didn't trade Thursday either. So, because look at this. Look how choppy this is. There were no entries to even to even trade here. Like, I need to write notes on why I didn't trade on days. So I can just tell off rip, like, this candle would have been the candle that broke the orb, but that's a crazy candle, man. That's a crazy candle. Then you have this long behind wick. So, and how this looks, there was probably some news going on here as well. Like I said, there was a lot of stuff going on with the Middle East the past 2 weeks, and I was just trying to be as cautious as possible. I know in the past I would try to catch those 100-point candles, 125-point candles, 50-point candles, but not anymore. I'm just trying to just live to trade another day. So that's it for this past week. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I appreciate y'all.